Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is February the 21st, 2026. We're going to be talking about Friday Night Smackdown because a lot of things happened on Smackdown. We found out some qualified people that is in the Elimination Chamber. We didn't get anything new about 2K26 this time, but it is official that Mr. Iguana is going to be part of the game. He's part of the DLC the ringside pass #1. I'm hoping that we could get him early. Some people are saying ringside pass #1 is automatic. If you want to get those guys, I'm hoping that what they said. They said that, right? Mr. Iguana might be automatic. You can unlock him. So I'll be happy for that because that's pretty cool. Mr. Iguana on his first ever game. I know he's been on a game before, but this is his first WWE game. So that's pretty cool. We don't have the full roster yet. They did say Dragunov will be in the game. They are missing one person, and that's Candice LeRae. That was on last year's. Well, they're missing a couple of people like Tamina. Tamina, I think she still works for WWE. They don't have Omos. Omos is still in WWE / AAA. I think they don't have Apollo Crews, do they? I want to look that up. See if they have Apollo Crews. Wrong thing. Do they have Apollo Crews? Load already. Stupid thing they want to load. Apollo Crews. Oh, they do have Apollo Crews. It's just they don't have, there's some people are missing that was in 2K25 that's still in WWE and they don't have them in the game yet. But they could still be announced on when they do the roster reveal. I'm hoping we get this roster reveal soon, maybe during the weekend. I have no idea. I'm going to a wrestling event on Sunday, so I won't know if they're doing on Sunday. Maybe they would do it during the day because the wrestling event is on nighttime. So maybe during the day it will happen. Who knows? But nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing happened. They showed my faction. I don't really care for my faction. They said there's some new things. There's intergender matches that you could do now. There's going to be some only men matches. There's going to be some only women's. There's going to be a whole bunch of things. World Tour is still in there. They really didn't do much for 2K25 World Tour. Now we have new ones for the 2K26 World Tour. Let's see will they update it more often on this game. Because they did update it at much on 2K25. So let's talk about Friday Night Smackdown. Cody Rhodes will start off the show. And he wants to talk about Drew McIntyre and what is he about to do. Remember when Drew McIntyre got involved in the qualified match last week with Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, and Sami Zayn? But before Cody Rhodes could say anything, Jacob Fatu came out. And he wants Drew McIntyre. But Nick Aldis comes out saying that Drew McIntyre is not here because Nick Aldis gave him a day off. But we heard from Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre got a luxury box. So he's going to be like one of those fans. Rich people. He has a box and oh my God. Have the yachts. He was saying a whole bunch of things. He was talking trash to Jacob Fatu and asked him what he's going to do. Jacob Fatu was about to jump over the barricade and try to go to the box, but security guard stopped him, and Nick Aldis says, do you want me to suspend you because you're going to lose a chance to be in the Elimination Chamber Well, he already lost that. Or be part of WrestleMania. Do you want to be suspended? Looks like Jacob Fatu does want to be suspended because he walked away. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes said something to Drew McIntyre because Drew McIntyre says everybody's scared of him because he's a champion. Cody Rhodes says nobody's scared of you because you're a champion. It's just because you're scared of everybody else. And then we went in the backstage. Jacob Fatu says he has a lot of respect for Nick Aldis, but he doesn't want to keep waiting to get his hands on Drew McIntyre. So will Nick Aldis give him what he wants? We have no idea. And then Nick Aldis told Drew McIntyre to leave. He says he's done. He had his fun. He will leave. Ladies and gentlemen, the big crate that was on Raw is on Smackdown. And nobody knows what the heck this thing is, even Nick Aldis. But Nick Aldis says, bring it back to Monday Night Raw. So we're going to see on Raw. It's going to go back and forth until we see it at the Elimination Chamber. And see what this thing is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the funny part about this crate, nobody really said anything about this crate on Monday Night Raw. But we got Johnny Gargano laying on top of the dang crates because that's what he's been doing the last couple weeks since he lost Axiom's mask. Candice was blaming Nick for what's happening with Johnny because they could have Axiom mask. It's another guy's mask. Why are you so upset? Why are you so upset? Hey, we finally got to see Berto and Angel finally on WWE TV. They wrestle on AAA a lot, but not a lot on WWE TV, so that's pretty cool. Beef Bad Meeting is back, so has some problems with Jay Cargill. We will, and Jay Cargill has something to say, telling Morgan, if you're going to choose me, bad things going to happen, that she's going to make her decision on Raw in Atlanta. So we will find out who she chooses. What else we have? What else segments we had backstage? R-Truth still talking about balls? And he thought he was in the qualified match for the Elimination Chamber. Oh, poor R-Truth. There's something wrong with him. I think he's losing his mind. I don't know what else we had. We had Charlotte Flair after her match. I can't really say much about it, but I guess we're having a tag team match with Kiana James and Julia to verse Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. That's going to happen next week as well. Uncle Howdy will be versing Solo Sikoa. Because what happened after the match? After Tama Tonga's match. So yeah, let's get to the matches. We got Tama Tonga versus Dragunov. So Dragunov gave Carmella Hayes a pep talk. He knows that he could win this qualified match. But he says you're not leaving WrestleMania. You're not going to WrestleMania with that United States title. That is guaranteed. But Dragunov has to worry about Tama Tonga. It was a pretty decent match. But the winner of that match was Tama Tonga getting the win. And then Solo had some things to say, saying that they're the best team and all that, blah, blah, blah. Dragunov attacks Solo, but all 5 of them, the MFTs, attacked Dragunov, destroying the man. Matt Cardona tried to come out to help him. It didn't work out. Matt Cardona got destroyed. Apollo Crews came out, but he got destroyed. And then the lights went out. And Uncle Howdy was on the Titantron. Issue a challenge to Solo Sikoa. Will we see what happens there? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess Shinsuke kind of issued a challenge to Tama Tonga after this whole thing happened. And he wants Tama Tonga, the next time you fight, or wrestle, or compete, you leave your family behind. And I'm guessing Shinsuke will be the next opponent. Well, next match we got Kiana James versus Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax in a qualified match for the Elimination Chamber. It was a pretty decent triple threat match, back and forth, destroying each other. But at the end, we saw Charlotte Flair doing the figure eight onto Miss Nia Jax, and then Kiana James just slides underneath Charlotte Flair and does like a pin, and she gets the 1, 2, 3. Kiana James is heading to the Elimination Chamber. I guess they need somebody to be like the first person to be eliminated. And Kiana James is going to be that person. We got Obafemi versus Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson wants to try to be friends with Obafemi now. But Obafemi says, no, Kit Wilson wants to read a poem, so he did a poem. But Obafemi says, read another one. But Kit Wilson says, I only wrote one. And he said, read another one. He says, okay, I'm going to use the old materials, and he made fun of Obafemi. Oba got pissed. Oba destroyed Kit Wilson and gets the win. And it looks like Obafemi found another prey, another victim of The Miz. Because The Miz wants to give this guy the same stardom that he gave Carmella Hayes. But Obafemi thought, a match? So we're getting a match between Obafemi versus The Miz. We got a women's tag team titles. Why does Lash and Nia Jax get another shot at the tag team titles? Didn't they lose? No, I think it was a double disqualification, right? Oh, great. We get to see that match again. I don't want to see more of the same matches. We got Tiffany Stratton versus Elba Fire with Chelsea Green in a wheelchair. Because Chelsea Green injured her foot during her qualified match for the Elimination Chamber, and she blames Tiffany Stratton for it. Even Wade Barrett blames Tiffany Stratton for it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was an okay match, but the winner of that match was Tiffany Stratton. And then we had Trick Williams versus Damian Priest versus Carmella Hayes. Trick Williams and Carmella Hayes were friends, teammates. And then they were enemies and had a match of Stand and Deliver at NXT. Now they had to face each other to get to a shot at the Elimination Chamber. But, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. But the winner of that match was Trick Williams. He is going to the Elimination Chamber. Guys, I'm getting annoyed, Mr. Trick Williams now. Because I'm getting tired that he talks and then he says, let's talk about it. Didn't you just talk about it? So why are you talking about it again? You just talk about it. And his shoes is not even lemon colored. What is lemon steppers? I need to look that up. It could be a brand of shoes. Oh, man. I get a little annoyed at Trick Williams how he talks. I get annoyed because the part I'm getting annoyed of is when he says, let's talk about it, but you already talked about it. Why do we need to talk about it when you already said your words? Sammy's getting pissed and yelling at Cody Rhodes because Sammy says Cody took the easy way out because what Drew McIntyre did, and Cody Rhodes is not happy about that. But Sammy got upset. Trick Williams got in his face, and again he talks, and then he says, "Let's talk about it." And then Sammy apologized to Cody Rhodes. We got Rhea Ripley versus Julia. It was an awesome match. And then it got ruined by Lash Legend and Nia Jax. It was a disqualification. Rhea wins by disqualification. It was a good match. And then Io came out to make the save and get rid of Lash Legend and Nia Jax. We're going to see them wrestle again next week. We got one more spot for the Elimination Chamber, and that's going to be on Raw. I thought we were going to have one more for Smackdown, but it's 3 Smackdowns and 3 Raws. So let's see what happens. We have Aleister Black versus Randy Orton in our main event. Pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. It was great. But the winner of that match was Aleister Black because of help from Drew McIntyre whacking Randy Orton with the championship. Cody Rhodes chasing Drew McIntyre out of the building. But Aleister Black wins with the Black Mass. But Randy Orton will be in the Elimination Chamber. And he lost. So he's losing momentum before the Elimination Chamber. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if there's more 2K26 updates, new things that's going to happen this weekend. Technically, we don't have any wrestling this weekend. There's no PLEs. That's next Saturday for the Elimination Chamber. But there's nothing happening this weekend. I don't think so. I don't think there's anything with AEW or TNA or WWE. Nothing's happening. No PLE. So, if something does happen, I will do an extra video on the Saturday or Sunday. Well, maybe not Sunday nights. But Saturday and Sunday, I will do a video for you guys talking about 2K26. We still need the island. They need to talk about the island, give us a ringside reports of the island. I think they want to get done those things first, all the modes, and maybe, just maybe, we will get our roster reveal. Maybe. We have no idea. We know one DLC guy that will be in the ringside season, and his name is Mr. Iguana. But who is next? Will there be more guys, like 5 guys in there, or a woman in there, or just one person? Remember, we still have all the guys that's in the additions. The Monday Night Raw, the Monday Night War, the Attitude Era, the Kings of Kings, Joe Hendry. We still have those guys in that ringside season. I'm getting really annoyed saying that. I don't know why. But those are DLCs as well, so they might be part of the season 1 of the ringside pass. So, yeah. That's all me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys Tuesday for Monday Night Raw results. I will tell you how my day went on Sunday nights when I go to see Destiny Wrestling. I don't have Destiny Wrestling shirt on now. I have AEW. We're not going to AEW. But I'm going to get to see Trey Miguel and his new international green belt. And we're going to see Zilla Fatu. I want to know, why is everybody going crazy about Zilla Fatu? Everybody wants to see Zilla Fatu. And I get to see what he is all about. Because he will be in the main event. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I want to see what Zilla's all about. I've seen his matches. I've seen some of the matches of what he does. He's good. He's good. But I want to see the hype. People are going nuts about Zilla Fatu. I want to see the hype. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all me today. See you guys on Tuesday for Monday Night Raw results. Or maybe somewhere in the weekend if they post anything for 2K26. Sometimes they put it on Twitter. Sometimes they don't do it on Twitter. Like, show some new people that's in the game, or arenas, or title belts that they want to show us first look. So, we will see what happens. That's all me today. Tell us out. Bye!